Good morning. We are back in the Loc Salon. Loc Salon Talk with LA. Well, I'm so glad to be back in my chair. Oh, so comfortable. Oh, such a blessing to my clients to have this nice salon chair. I don't get to sit in it as much and relax in it like they do, but this is good. I love it. I've been away. I've been doing some shorts to keep y'all updated on what's going on. I got back from my conference yesterday afternoon, and as I stated, I'm in retie mode. This is what is retied right now, and we're gonna keep going. So just to show you guys a little bit of my process, what I use, this is my tool. When you take the Sisterlock retightening class, this is what they teach you with. This is the tool. This is not the official tool that we use to establish locks and, to maintain our clients' hair. But as I found out in my Sisterlock consultant training, you can use it for your clients if you find it necessary to do so. I think I did run into that one time with one of my clients where with some locks, I found it easier to work with this than the official tool, but primarily I use these for my hair. And then I have a couple of clips to clip my hair away. Yeah. But sometimes, it's necessary to clip from the lock that you're working on. You want to move the hair to the left, to the right, and above. You want to move that out of the way so that you don't accidentally combine your locks, which is a thing, I have to tell you. When I first took the class to retighten my hair, I really didn't have an immediate intention of retightening my own hair at that time. I just took the class because I thought it would be beneficial to learn how to do it, because this was right after we were in the midst of the pandemic. And even though my Sisterlock consultant was still taking clients, if she got sick and she couldn't, do my hair, or if my money got funny or something, it's like I felt like I should at least learn how to do it. Because as I've said before on this channel, when I had traditional locks, about, so long ago, y'all, I'm getting so much older. It's like every time I talk about age and I'm reflecting back, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't just say 15 years ago. No, it was more than 15 years ago. It's about 20 years ago when I had traditional locks. And I did my own. I started my locks with 2-strand twists. I maintained my own locks. So I felt like, even though I have Sisterlocks now, and when I got them, I never intended to retighten myself, but I think it's something I should know how to do. Then lo and behold, I wound up taking the consultant class, and now I'm the consultant doing other people's hair and retightening my hair. So, it works. But my point in saying that, I'm going to try to stay on task when I'm talking. But, yeah, when I first learned and I was practicing retightening my hair, oh, yeah, that combining locks by accident, because your locks are so small, you do have to be very careful not to combine it with a close by lock, right? So you see all this hair, this is what we have left. Let me close this been a little too much glare. But yeah. So you can imagine that's a good lock, but retightening this, you know, if you don't clip away the hair surrounding it, it is very easy to accidentally, with this tool, it's very easy to accidentally, you know, put it with another lock. So when I first, you know, practiced doing my hair and that kept happening, I was like, to hell with this. I don't need to do this. So I put the tool away. I never used it until after I actually took the consultant class. And then the consultant that I was going to, she knew I took the class, and she was kind of like, girl, why you not doing your own hair? You know, you took the class. That's going to help you get faster with your clients. I disagree. Now that I actually have clients and I do retighten my hair, it does not help me move faster with my clients, because doing your own hair, you know, your hands are up, your neck can hurt. You know, I'm not going fast with that, you know. So in general, I think to date, the shortest amount of time that it's taken me has been like a 4-day weekend. You know, if I started on a Friday, you know, in the morning before work, do a couple of them while I'm at work, do the majority of it, you know, after work, then Saturday, Sunday, then maybe Monday. That's kind of been my schedule. But because of my own schedule, sometimes it just takes me longer. It might take me a whole week. And if I'm very busy, it can go into the second week. I don't like to say that, but it's okay. And now I understand why, you know, like when I asked my consultant who does her own hair, how long does it take you to do your retightenings? And she said, well, you know, I really don't like to answer that question, you know, because it just all depends. Like, I'm not necessarily on a schedule, because she has a lot more clients than I do. So she's probably doing hair just about every day of the week. I am not. And I kind of try to keep my clients to like Saturdays, or my work from home day, which kind of fluctuates. I'm really excited about the summer because my job, they just gifted us with a 4-day work week. So I'll have Fridays off. So I'm hoping to get some more clients. I'm going to offer some summer specials because I'm still working on getting my certification. So I need another establishment under my belt so that I can, you know, take pictures and send it to the home office. Yeah, it's a whole process with Sisterlock's becoming a consultant, and getting your certification. We have to have a certain amount of clients, and then not clients, but you have to do a minimum of 3 establishments. And you have to make sure that you do them correctly with the exact number of rows and locks in a row. And you got to send in the pictures. They got to be able to see the pictures. It's a whole thing. But anyway, so I wanted to get into talking more about my retightenings. Number one, why do I start at the back? Well, I start at the back because, and I do it differently for myself versus when I have when I'm working with clients. For myself, if I started doing my locks in the front, because it's such a time-consuming process, what happens, and I hope I can find a section, right, where I did do some of my locks on the side one day, because as I mentioned in one of my shorts, when I started my retightening this week, I had gotten like a crook in my neck, and I still kind of have that a little bit, but I decided to take a break from the back, and I said, okay, well, let me just jump up to the front and go there just so I can keep moving forward, right? So when you get to the front and, you know, your locks are looking good and they looking, you know, them parts are looking crispy, you know, what happens? I might get tired. Once I get that front done, I might get lazy, right? I might decide not to do the rest. So to keep myself honest and to keep myself on task with doing a complete retightening of my own head, I start in the back. So I think this is pretty good for the amount of time that I've been doing my hair. So today is Saturday, and I think I technically started doing my retightening maybe just a little bit Tuesday or Wednesday. And when I say a little bit, I really do mean a little bit, because I was at work and I try not to do too much of my hair at work because people can come in my office. But that's the other thing about retightening. It becomes addictive for me. Like once I get started, I just want to keep going. And you know, and then with my hair, when I wear it hanging down, I just kept rubbing in my hair, and it was like, oh, I can't wait to get up there. So I get pretty addicted with getting this done, right? So the other thing I wanted to talk about with the retightens was why it takes so long. First of all, the nature of Sisterlocks is a process. So when I do a client's hair, they're sitting in my chair, you know, I'm in good posture, they're in good posture, sitting in the chair. I get their retightens done within 5 hours. That's the natural retightening time that it should take. It can take anywhere between 3 to 6 hours. You know, it just really all depends on how well the client is taking care of their hair. Did they wash it? Did they separate the locks after they washed it? Those things all go into play. But when I'm doing my own hair, you know, you get tired. You know, my head is down like this. And sometimes I'll do one lock, then be like, oh, let me go in the kitchen and get some water. And, you know, oh, let me see what's on TV. Or maybe somebody calls me and I get engrossed in the conversation. And things like that, you know, kind of slow you down. But, you know, and I'm trying to do better. I actually plan on, like this summer, just pause. Here's a little clip. I clip this onto my lock like that. Anywhere I want to clip it. I could clip it down here. I could clip it closer. I just clip it wherever it happens to go. And as you see, I'm in the middle of my head. I don't necessarily go like from one end to the other. I kind of like to start in the middle and then work my way to the left. Well, this is the right. To the right and then to the left, or to the left and then to the right. But as I was saying, you know, it's just me at home, and God forbid when there's other people in the house, I am dealing with other people, you know, so it just gets a little distracting, so that can definitely make me go a little slower. But I want to do better. I would like to really be able to dedicate one weekend a month to my retightenings. But I'll tell you, the other thing that really gets me is my busy weekend schedule, right? When I got back in town yesterday, which was a Friday, my sorority was having a party, a fundraising party, which I bought tickets. I bought a ticket to. I'm on the leadership committee, and so we are heavily encouraged, you know, to support all activities that the chapter has. And not only that, I mean, even if I wasn't in leadership, I probably would have bought a ticket anyway, because I like to do stuff like that. And, you know, my sorority is very close to me. It was a tent party, so it was right at our headquarters. So, I mean, I could have went. But the thing was, I had just got through driving. See what I mean? You see how I just retightened my hair and then I put my hands down? Like, whoo, okay, take a break. No, don't take a break. Let me take this out my mouth. But as I was saying, I had just got through driving. I was at a library conference over the past 2 days. Just had and they had a very stressful time driving because there's so much construction going on in Michigan. So I really was just tired, you know, after being in a conference. I would have to say yesterday was a little long. We had like 2 workshops or 2 presentations, and then we had an organization meeting. That was the closeout to the conference. You know, so it was just kind of sitting, getting a lot of information, and it was just like, whew, I am ready to go. I kind of wish that I hadn't checked out of my hotel. Like, maybe I should have requested a late checkout so I could have went back to the room, laid down for about, 30 minutes to an hour, and then got on the road. But then the other part of me was like really ready to go. I was ready to get home. And I didn't. There was construction on the way to the conference. And it wasn't terrible. So I kind of was expecting a similar situation. But it was a little different. And because like the freeway was like, I was on 94 going west. And it was certain parts of the freeway where you had to make a decision to go to the right or to the left. And I'm like, which way? So I went to the left, and by the time it happened again, I kind of realized, okay, so it's the trucks. The trucks were supposed to go to the left, and the cars were supposed to go to the right. Or actually the other way around. Yeah, I went to the left. Whatever it was, I think they should have had signs up, because tell me. Sometimes I need you to tell me like I am what they call, like, tell it to me like I'm a 5th grader or something like that. Or tell it to me like I'm 3 years old. Break it down. So I was a little stressed coming from that drive. And to make matters worse, it started raining, like raining hard. And I was just like, oh my God, I hate driving in the rain. And I hate driving in heavy rain. Really, really hate it. So, yeah. So, it was that. So, but I did wind up not going to the party because I really just, decided to listen to my body. And I was like, girl, you tired, Let somebody else go. I did my due diligence. I bought a ticket, so I did financially support it. And I let the other people party. So then today is Saturday, and one of my sorority sisters invited me to her church for it's a tea. So I gotta go to that at 11 o'clock today, which is in another hour. So that means I'm not going to get to do much of my hair today, right? So far in a couple of minutes that I've been talking, I've retightened 2 locks. And just so you know, I have not used my clips. And the reason I haven't used it is because I've been doing my own hair now for like 2 years. I kind of know I know when I need to use the clips to do the separating. And I think kind of like the more you do your own hair, you kind of get better at it. And I know how to move hair out of the way and check and make sure that I'm not, pulling another lock. So I'm okay, but I will say I use my clips really when I get to parts where I have like really small locks. So that's when I tend to use them more. And kind of like the part of my head that I'm in right now, which is like this middle part. I'm going into the middle of my head. The locks kind of get a little bit bigger there. And when I say a little bit bigger, I mean a little bit bigger. You know, sister locks they are traditionally small locks. So they're gonna be small, but as we do them, when we install the locks, your locks are gonna be smaller at the nape of your neck and around your hairline. And then as you get more in the middle of your head, they get a little bigger. So I'm not going to do much on camera, but I did want to talk a little bit about that. But I have this friend who, he was a boyfriend, and he's not a boyfriend anymore. He's just somebody that I talk to occasionally. But, you know, he had really kind of started annoying me, because when I would be doing my hair, and, you know, if you talk to somebody every day, and then you always have those, you know, customary questions, like, oh, what you doing? And I would say, oh, I'm doing my hair. So he hear that on one day. Then the next day he call, oh, what you doing? I'm doing my hair. Still? You still doing that? And then it could be like 3 days later. You ask me the same question and I say I'm doing my hair. And you give me this answer as though I just felt like, why are you acting brand new? You know, I'm like, you know the drill. You know, we have been together for like, he was with me when I first started doing my own hair. I think when we got together, I had started doing my own hair. You know, so I'm like, you know the drill. You know how long this takes. Now here, I'm about to clip my hair just because I feel the need to do it right here. Because sometimes when it's like, in the middle of my head is where I tend to sweat. So sometimes in here, if I feel the need, I just go by how I feel. If I feel like I need to clip something out of the way, that's why I keep the clips handy. So anyway, back to what I was saying about him. That started really annoying me. And I think it was kind of like when I finally decided, shortly before I decided to end our relationship for matters that had nothing to do with my retightening. But when I decided to break up with him, or shortly before I decided to break up with him, I had just decided, you know what? I'm going to keep that to myself. I am not going to say I'm retightening my hair, since obviously that's bothering you. Because my thing is, I'm doing my hair. It is a very daunting undertaking, but I don't need anybody like trying to make me feel like I'm going slow or this is taking too long. Because I'm like, it's not interrupting anything that we would do. You know, if we had plans, you know, to go out to dinner, I wasn't going to say, oh, I'm doing my hair, so no. Maybe that's part of my problem. Maybe I should turn down invitations. And I would like to get to that point of, you know, like if I set aside a particular weekend to do my hair, I need to not have other things going on. But sometimes that's just pretty hard. Because like, for instance, I think I wound up missing a month. I don't think I retightened my hair in the month of April. So skipping that month, you know, that means I have a little more retightening to do. I got a little bit more new growth. But the thing is, oh yeah, so I didn't really have it on my schedule. I didn't have a scheduled time to do my hair. As I was filling in my hair, I just knew it was time to retighten. So probably next month, like now that I'm retightening my hair and it's the 3rd week of May, I'm gonna mark it on my calendar, put it in my phone so I can know that this is the week that I'm retightening my hair. But anyway, going back to him, me retightening my hair, whether it took me 5 days or 10 days, it was not interfering in our activities in our relationship, going out to dinner, going to the movies, or whatever. If he came over here, you know, and spent the night, you know, it just didn't get in the way of anything, right? Because I put a doggone scarf on my head when I'm ready to stop. I stop. Now, quiet as it's kept, he's in cosmetology. I was really trying to teach him how to retighten so that he could actually help me. Now, I would say that might be a reason why we ended up breaking up, because, you know, he just wasn't being as helpful to me, not just with my hair, but just kind of in other things, you know, that I wanted from a relationship, that I wanted from my partner in a relationship. And if you've been following my channel, if you ever wonder what those little tabs are back there on my wall, I actually had to write some reminders down for why I ended the relationship, because I really care for him a lot, and on so many levels, you know, I enjoy him and I really wanted the relationship to work. But then it was every time we would be together, because we'd broken up and gotten back together before, I would always wind up feeling the same way, you know, feeling unfulfilled in some ways. And so just to remind myself of why I broke up with him, because what happens when you break up, then you stop talking, you know, it's very natural to start missing somebody, right? Missing somebody who you talk to on a regular basis, spend time with on a regular basis. It's very natural to miss them. But I couldn't bring myself to block his number when I last broke up with him. So what I did was wrote down on some Post-it notes the reasons why I wasn't happy in the relationship, so that if I did choose to, you know, answer his phone call when he called me or something, if, you know, it seemed to start going back in that direction of a reconciliation, I could look at my wall over here and say, oh yeah, it was this and this and this and this. So that was it. So I am getting ready to close out this video because, as I said, I got to go to the tea. And so I need to get myself together. So I'm going to finish up this last lock that I'm doing. And what I'm going to do, and this other thing I like about with my hair. All right, so let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 locks done in that time. I think I skipped a couple in the row that I'm actually working on. But I'm just going to add these 3 locks, or did I say 4? I'm going to add these 4 locks into the braids, right? I'm going to move this clip out the way, right there. Be like Tab Brown, like that, like so. I enjoy her. And then I'm going to braid this back. Hate when it happens. Okay. Hopefully it wasn't any interruption in the audio, but I am just going to braid this down. I don't have to braid it all the way. It's not going to like unravel all the way up to the top. So I'll just move that out the way and take my ponytail out. This is one of the things that I love about locks, right? Because I can be in the middle of retightening my hair, and because I have so much, still got one clip in here, they be hiding in all of this hair. So I may not leave it braided. I'll just see how my hair is kind of hanging. But a lot of times when I'm retightening, when I start in the back like that, I may just take that, the braids and maybe just kind of fold them under and clip them or something, and then just wear the hair down over it. And then when I come home, see, look at that. You can't even tell. Let's see, can you tell? That's it. So, voila. And like I told you, them crinkles, the crinkles are still kind of crinkling a little bit. All right, y'all. That's it for this video. We'll see you next week in the Loc Salon. I'll probably do another short and keep you updated as to my retightening process, and we'll see how long it takes this time. Hopefully, I will sit my butt down after I go to this tea. So I've got 45 minutes to get ready, so I will talk to y'all later. Bye.